There are a couple of things which I would like to do now. One is to work out a comparison as well as a contrast between Obituary of A.K. Ramanujan and Tribute to Papa of Mamta Kalia. Obituary is a poem written by a son about his father. Tribute to Papa is a poem written by a daughter about her father. In both poems, the speakers are unable to align with the perspectives of their subjects. However, in Tribute to Papa, one is able to excavate a very strong bond of affection, binding speaker and subject, something which we cannot excavate in Obituary. The second point I would like to make is that you cannot be a stranger to A.K. Ramanujan's father if you are a reader of A.K. Ramanujan's poems. A.K. Ramanujan's father walks in repeatedly into his poems, and these poems include self-portrait, still another view of grace, and a wobbly top. Let us take a close look at the stylistic aspects of the poem. We have already discussed the title of the poem in some detail. The poem has a short title, just one word, but it's a very effective title, a very appropriate title. A title which opens the door to the vastness of the semantic significance, of the semantic profundity of the poem. I have already remarked on the use of enjambment by the poet. The use of enjambment in Obituary is nothing short of brilliant. The repeated use of enjambment ensures that stanza after stanza flows into the next stanza, flows into the succeeding stanza, and gives the poem an organic unity. The poem is an organic whole because of the poet's repeated and brilliant use of enjambment. The images used in the poem are sharp and indelible. In the very opening stanza of the poem, we have the image of dust. Dust on a table. Dust on a table full of papers. I think this image is very significant because it conveys one of the most important thematic elements in the poem. Everything is dust. Everything is nothing. The life of the speaker's father ultimately turns out to be meaningless, to be eventless, to be nothing. We have the image of the leaning house which leans on the leaning coconut tree, on the bent coconut tree. This is a powerful image which suggests that everything is skewed. The life of the speaker's father is skewed. The life of the family is skewed. The life of the Tamil Brahmin community, from which the speaker's father comes and from which the speaker himself comes, is skewed. In the penultimate stanza, we have the image of grocery, of salt, coriander, and jaggery in newspaper accounts. I think that this image perfectly captures the reality of middle-class Tamil Brahmin life, a life with which A.K. Ramanujan rejected in order to a life which A.K. Ramanujan rejected when he decided to migrate to the United States. There cannot be a more appropriate image which captures the wretched middle class life of the Tamil Brahmins than this particular image. Grocery in old newspaper counts. In the second stanza, the poet makes brilliant use of the different meanings of the word burn. He quibbles with the word burn. The poet says, I quote, being the burning type, he burned properly at the cremation. The word burn is used twice, and on the two occasions it has two dramatically different meanings. The poet makes excellent use of assonance and alliteration. An excellent example of this is found in the first stanza. Debts and daughters, left debts and daughters. Above all, the poem is noteworthy for its polish, for its gleaming surface, for its craftsmanship. The perfect craftsmanship of the poem reminds one of the beautiful stone sculptures of Tamil Nadu's temples.